Inglewood Legend YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. One love, and I'm out. Inglewood Legend. Like I had mentioned in the homie Lil Loco Snap life and memory video, rest in peace, me and Lil Snap had caught a case sometime back in July 1991. True story. Once I got back out of camp, me and the homie Lil Snap immediately linked back up and picked back up where we left off. What's happening? I mean, when you young and you active, real active, you sometimes move fast and don't last. Real talk. So 45 days later, after I got out from my first camp program, I was on my way back for my second. Damn fast. Like this one night, me and the homie Lil Snap set out on a foot mission. Long story short, when the smoke cleared, me and the homie Lil Snap found ourselves locked back up, crime partners, at East Lake Central Juvenile Hall. We fought that case in Inglewood Juvenile Court for a little while. Yup. At that time, the homie Lil Snap was getting into so much back then, the staff would shuffle him around from unit to unit. True story. I don't know about now, but back then, they would do their best to try and separate crime partners and put you on different units. Real talk. So from Unit R, they sent me to Unit CD, and the homie Lil Snap went to Unit TV. But we always went to court together. Inglewood Juvenile Court. Legend Crib. At this time, it might have been like 3 judges at Inglewood Court for the most part. You had Judge Dorn, of course. If I'm not mistaken, it was a white judge too. And then you had Judge Scarlett. Me and the homie Lil Snap had Judge Scarlett. Judge Scarlett wasn't as strict as Judge Dorn. Dorn really didn't give nobody a chance. Yup. Especially gangbangers. True story. Back then, you would hear stories of Judge Dorn sending youngsters to California Youth Authority on their first case back then. On Legend Crib. But with Scarlett, he would work with you and be somewhat lenient. For real. Fast forward just a bit. Like any other court day, July 31st, 1991, me and the homie Lil Snap met up in Unit R. A couple of minutes later, one of the homies from Home Street Watts Crip walked in on the set. Now anybody that ever been to East Lake Central Juvenile Hall, remember Unit R. Unit R had a couple of rows of long white wood benches. All lined up and facing forward. And the staff would trip out on you if you stretch your arms out across the back of the bench. Take your arm down, Once they got the court busters ready, they would call you by your last name and line you up shoulder to shoulder in the Unit R hallway. Come line it up. This way they would hook you up on a 4-man chain. True story. If you were standing on the right side of the chain, your left hand was cuffed. And if you were standing on the left side of the chain, your right hand was cuffed. 4-man chain. This particular day, they put me and the homie Lil Snap, the homie from Home Street Watts, and if I'm not mistaken, the 4th man might have been the Damu homie, Lil Peblo Steve. Reason I say it might have been Lil Peblo Steve is because I remember being locked up on several different occasions on the set and going to Inglewood Juvenile Court with Lil Peblo Steve several different times on a regular basis back then. Swear to God. Back then, I think the court buses would hold like 10 or 12 inmates. Yeah, about that many. That was 3 or 4 4-man chains. Once we got to Inglewood Juvenile Court, for some reason the bus got quiet. Radio. I don't know about now, but back then, they didn't have that Sallyport type gate for the buses. Nah. Anybody that ever been to Inglewood Juvenile Court back then, remember it was wide open. Pause. No diddy. The bus backed up slowly towards the stairs and the court tank doors. Then the bus stopped. A couple of minutes later, the bus door slid open. And the staff told everybody to step out the bus and walk up the steps. Walk up there. Now remember a minute ago, I mentioned we was on a 4-man chain. Yeah, I remember. Me, Lil Snap, the homie from Home Street Watts Crip, and the Damu homie Lil Peblo Steve. Yep. About the Peblo Bishop Bloods. True story. It seemed like in slow motion, we started walking up the concrete steps. Once we got to the top and was about ready to walk inside the court tank door, 4-man chain yanked. Oh man. Pulled a little to the left. Then the staff started yelling. I looked up. The homie from Home Street Watts was making his way over the chain link fence. By the time the staff realized what was going on, and tried to reach out and grab him,
on Legend Crib,
he was all the way over the gate and on his feet, sprint through the Inglewood City Hall Plaza and overthrew Crozier Junior High School somewhere. In the process of all that, stabbed, grabbed the rest of us and marched us inside the court tank. They didn't know what to do.
True story.
The young homie from Home Street Watts somehow got up out the cuffs and hopped the gate in a two-piece orange jumpsuit. Disappeared. After that, they ended up putting an escape risk in me and the homie Lil Snap file. So after every court date, they would send me up to Sylmar Juvenile Hall just to separate me and the homie as much as they could.
Damn.
That right there is the reason they started using single-man belly chains on juvenile inmates that wore them two-piece orange uniforms. Back then, the orange two-piece uniform was worn by the inmates they considered to be fighting high-power cases. Also, this same situation is the reason why today there's a Sallyport type gate and cage at the Inglewood Juvenile Court where the bus is parked. Ask me if I had a chance to do it all over again, and my answer would be no.
Hell no.
Ask me why not.
Why not?
Because I wouldn't have did what I did when I did what I did in the first place.
Real talk.
Shout out to my subscribers and those that have been supporting the channel.
Shout out to y'all.
Through the super chats and of course viewership.
Viewership.
So if you really rock with this channel like you say, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share the content as well.
Share.
Much respect.
Much respect. One love. And I'm out. Gone.
Gone. Inglewood Legends. Inglewood Legends. Inglewood Legends. Inglewood Legends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. One love. And I'm out. Inglewood Legends.